Today we're going to be planting some more flowers, and I thought you would like to see what we're planting them in. So I picked these up from the dollar store. It's a 3-part system. Like in some dollar stores they're $2.50, some are $4.50. Same chain. I don't understand why they're different prices. But anyway, they have the seed cells, the bottom water, and the dome. Can't go wrong for that price. So I picked up a few, and we're gonna get planting today. We're also gonna plant, this is another thing I picked up from the dollar store. Crazy. I picked up 3. One's a cucumber, tomato, and this one's an eggplant. So I thought I'd show you how to do it. So open it up, and this is what comes. The pot, a puck, that we have to put water in to expand it, and the seeds. So we'll start off now by pouring water into it to get it ready and started, and we'll get back to that before the end of the video. So you just fill the pot up halfway and let it do its magic. So I'm just going to set this over here so we don't forget to do it. I'll put its seeds over here. Let me just get the garbage out of the way. So today we're going to be planting, we're going to start foxglove, sweet pea, and hollyhock. We're going to do those 3, and if we still have time, we'll plant some more. So let's get to it. I'm just going to set you guys up here so you can see everything. And let's get going. So okay, we're going to start off with our dirt. I just use a small pot to fill up all the cells. And I just go back and forth so it's less of a mess. Now I've already added fertilizer to the dirt to make it nice and rich with nutrients for the seeds to grow. And I use 410-4 plant starter fertilizer from Schmidt. You can use it from any company that you wish. But I find Schmidt is a good product, and it's economical. And to tell you the truth, I buy it from the dollar store. I just recommend that you add fertilizer to it, because when you open up the package, there's really not much fertilizer that you can see in it. And I will add vermicomite to it at the end. I'll put it on top of all the cells. And you just rub your hand across to make sure it's even. If there's any clumps, just take them out because you haven't broken them up yet. So remember, you always have to use good potting soil, not garden soil. Garden soil tends to be too clayey, and it's hard for the seed to break through and root. So that's one of the mistakes new beginners make. So we're just going to do this. Now I'm doing this out of the water tray because we don't want our water tray to be dirty. And also, when you buy these pots, I always rinse them out just to make sure there's no contamination. And that's another way of making sure that your seeds will take, because if there's contamination, it will actually rot out the seed. So there, we have them all nice and even. So now we're gonna just poke a little hole. I just do it with my finger. There's a big clump, we'll break that one. I'll add a little bit more soil to that one. Just a little down, because these seeds are small. And the rule of thumb when planting is never to go more than 2 times the seed size into the dirt. So we'll just do that. So just a little hole, not too much, couple centimeters. And I'm going to lift the seed tray, the cell pack, and place into the water so it can start getting the soil wet. I'm going to do it with the other one. Now we'll bring them down here for you to see. And I'll get our seed packs ready. So we're going to start with sweet pea. Now you can do these indoors or you can do direct sowing. I'm doing them indoors so I have a good root system, and plus I'm ahead of the game. So the seeds look like this, and you're just going to place, I like to place 2 just in case one of them's not viable. And when we up pot them, and if I have 2 plants, I will just split them and pot them individually into their own pots when I up pot them. So with the sweet pea, I'm just going to do 2, 4, 6, 8. We're going to do 10 cells. And I want to thank you, whoever sent these seeds to me. A viewer sent these seeds to me, and it was very much appreciated. Oh, where did you go? Oh, you went into the hole there. Okay. I'll take that. That's why you shouldn't be pouring them into the packet when you're planting. So now I'm going to get my label, and I'm going to place it at where I stopped planting them. Now you're just going to lightly cover the seeds with your finger so they're covered and you don't see them. I missed that cell somehow. Probably too much talking, I guess. We're going to cover that cell lightly. Just to make sure that all the cells are covered. Perfect. So now we're going to plant our hollyhock. Exact same thing we're going to do. It's like rinse and repeat. I'll show you the seeds. Now this one, you can do a direct sow too, but it recommends on the back to sow them inside before you bring them outside. So always read the back of your package. And I'll show you the seeds. They almost look like tomato seeds or pepper seeds. So once again, not too deep. And I'm going to put 2 in just to make sure that each cell germinates. At least one plant, you know? All this work, you don't get a plant, it's disappointing. And I'm going to start on the other cells because I only have 6 here and I want a few more than that. So if they do come up in 2, when I up plant them, up potting them into a bigger pot, once they're big enough to, I can and if both seeds germinate, I can always split them. So I have 6 cells. And I want 12 cells all together. So I'm going to put those, and those will be good for doing next year. So once again, you're gonna lightly cover. Do not plant too deep because you always want to go by a rule of thumb, no more than 2 times the size of the seed in the dirt. I'm gonna add a little bit more dirt to the top of this one because it seems kind of shallow. So does this one. Okay, and we're gonna get our tag. Hollyhock. February 16th. And we're just going to place it to where we ended. Okay. We're going to do 10 cells of the foxglove. Open the package. Once again, they're always in these little, when they're small, majority of the time, they're in a different package inside. The bigger package. These ones don't, and these ones are super, super tiny. You can barely see them. See how tiny they are? So with these ones, I'm just going to do a pinch of the seeds. And luckily they're a little bit lighter than the dirt, so I can see how many is going in. Just a little pinch. And once again, lightly cover. Without pushing down. You don't want to push down because you push down the seeds, they don't have room to grow or breathe. You just want to make sure there's enough air, no air in the soil. You want to tap out the air, but you don't want to like super squeeze them down. These are the hollyhocks over here. This one needs more dirt. Okay, we're on the last final steps. Not the final one, but almost the final. Let's get its tag. Foxglove. Foxglove. So what I always do to every seed I plant, I put a little bit of vermiculite on top. That way it gives it a bit more nutrients. So I sprinkle on top. You don't have to do this step, but I find it helps the germination. Now, if you don't have time to run out and get these kind of cells to plant in, you can use any recycling container. Pop bottles, water bottles, margarine containers, like anything really. Containers that croissants or donuts come in. Those are great because you can make your own little hothouse there, no problem. So once that's done, I just want to clean up my edges a little bit. That way the dirt stays in the cells, and when I lift the one side up to add water for the bottom water, the dirt's not going in to the bottom. Perfect. Now we're going to get our pressure sprayer. Give it a few pumps. You're going to lightly spray. You don't want to oversaturate. You just want to make sure the dirt on top gets to the seed. So the bottom water is starting. Now I will not use pressure spraying on them again. I'll always do the bottom watering from now on until they germinate. Once they germinate, I'll use the water in the bottom, but every now and again, every other day or every other watering, I will put the sprayer on top. So last step is we're going to place the domes over. And then they'll go in the greenhouse. So I'm going to take this one. I'm just going to put this one actually right here. Oh my God. There we go. And then I'll put the other one in the greenhouse. And then we'll get to the eggplant. I'm going to take this one, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's get back to that eggplant and let's see how it's doing. So the puck has now risen. We're going to break up the soil, or this is coconut husk puck with peat moss and a little bit of potting soil. So once again, this comes already as a puck in a pot from the dollar store. I've never tried the eggplant, so we'll see what happens. Just want to make sure. Now I'm going to add a little bit of fertilizer, my 4-10-4 fertilizer, just to give it a bit of nutrients. You don't have to do this step, but I just want to give it a little bit of food. So once again, we're not going to press the soil down. We are going to make sure the air pockets are out. And I'm going to cut this. Let's see how many seeds they gave us. Well, they gave us 5. So once again, rule of thumb, no more than 2 times the size of the seed does it go into the soil. So I made 5 little spots. Be interesting to see how many of these germinate. I grew eggplant last year, but I bought the seeds in a package. So this works. It's a lot cheaper. Oh, there's the seed. It's a lot cheaper to buy it this way than it is to buy the big package of seeds. So once again, lightly place the dirt back over. And I'm going to use the vermiculite once again, just a little bit. And the power sprayer. As you can see, I'm moving it around. I'm not letting it cause any puddles. And that will go in the greenhouse as well. And I'll bring you with me. So let's go see the greenhouse. So this is the little greenhouse I have. I ordered this from Amazon. It was very cheap, very economical. I think it was less than $50 or maybe $50. Not quite sure. So this is the mini tomato that I started earlier today from the dollar store. And here's the cucumber one that I started from the dollar store. So So I'll give you a little look of what's going on. My lupins have finally come up. These were planted yesterday. And like I was saying earlier, you can use recycled containers. This is a croissant from the bakery. And I planted this the other day. And I have my pink feather pampas grass seeds in there. And I'm going to actually put something right there just to give it more air in there. And these are all petunias that I started from seed, and they were started in little smaller seed packs, and then they were just up potted. And these are petunias that I've up potted from that up pot into the baskets. Got sunflowers, tons of cannas. There's so many seeds, it's crazy. I still got a big bucket of cannas. Those are going to be a direct planting. So this is the one I started the petunias in. I got to wash it out, so the smaller cells. So yeah, got lots of stuff growing. We're getting there. So I have a lot more to plant, but a lot of them will be for outside. Like my carrots, my radishes, lettuce, that sort of stuff will be direct sowed. And we have a lot of projects this year outside too. So if you like this, but if you have a question, leave me a comment. I'll get back to you. And have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Bye guys.